Welcome to the Clutter's Delight for Life. And tonight is how to have a clutter-free life. For a lot of us, that's a, really big deal. We all live with a lot of clutter in life. Some of us live, 60-hour work weeks. Some of us have, really, difficult, lives. But, many times, sometimes we make a lot of clutter for ourselves. But one of the biggest things that we can do is make life, simpler. And I've got three things I'm going to share with you tonight that hopefully will make your life a lot clutter free. But there is one thing I'd like to let you know that we do have a free offer for you right now. If you go to Decluttering, It's About Life, you'll be able to you will be able to get a free weekly Decluttering Times newsletter and a free workshop, and it will be really great for you to be able to have. And if I could even, speak further, that, I know for my life, it's been rather a cluttery year, and there's been a lot of outside forces that I call it sometimes try to make you kind of feel nutty. But the whole thing about it is how our perspective on things makes a big difference on whether or not things is. One, deciding how we want to let go of negativity of the past. Sometimes we hold on to resentments, or we, think life, has to be complicated. You know, that negativity of the past is, a very difficult one because it can create bitterness. It can create all sorts of issues for ourselves and even cause, diseases and, stomach problems and it affects even our immune system. But when we face it and turn around saying, I'm not going to deal with your negativity anymore. I want to move forward in my life. That opens up a whole new world for you. And that really is a big deal for a lot of us. And then when we don't have to live, we're able to live in the moment, then life is much simpler. And I think life for me is, the only thing I do have is my moment, and I really appreciate living in the moment because even right now I have the enjoyment of watching a movie, and I don't watch movies very often, but it was rather enjoyable and it was a real treat. And just the simple of joy of watching a movie or seeing a beautiful poinsettia plant with a season or seeing lights on somebody's home, or a hug from a loved one. All these simple things, about living in the moment. We always think of the big things about taking trips or, having lots of money or any number of things. But it's that moment that really counts and really helps us to have a clutter-free life, and it can be such a beautiful thing that when we do live in the moment, we can have a life, and then realizing that life can be a beautiful thing because many of us sometimes don't look at life as a beautiful thing, and that we look at it as very humdrum, and that, that life has to be difficult all the time. But I can assure you that sometimes looking at the simplest of things, or sometimes when somebody says great job you did, it makes you feel good inside, and you realize there's not just beauty on the outside, there's beauty on the inside. And I think, no matter who you are, you can make that choice to have the beauty on the inside, and that really helps to make a much more clutter-free life. I know for myself, it can be like a swirling tornado when I don't realize that I am beautiful. And, I may have a lot of loose skin from having lost 360 pounds, but that's okay. I realized the beauty is I was able to come down and be a lot more healthy with that, and that I am beautiful just as I am, just as I know you guys are beautiful too. But, to kind of, bring this to a close, I want you guys to realize that a clutter-free life is up to each and every one of you, and what you decide to have as a clutter-free life, you know, is really something. And I just want you guys to realize that we all have choices in life, and that no matter what, we can have beauty. And with that, I wish you a great Declares Delight for Life. Have peace and tranquility and hope and love and peace in your heart, and let there be light in your eyes, and blessings to you all.